I mean, this man can start talking that, of course, he doesn't beat women. But we know women he has beaten and broken their hands and had to go for treatment in South Africa. I don't want to go into those personal issues.
Yeah.
And that's why really, you know, talking about Ruto leading this country is a disaster. I mean, given the kind of scandals that he has, given the kind of, you know, all the theft that are in the public domain, how is he going to even negotiate with the international community, say, to give us a loan for something, say, to reschedule the loans? The whole country will be in a very, very precarious situation when that is a man who we front as a person who can negotiate for us in an international marketplace where the economies are really going down.
Yeah.
He has no clout to do that because his character is in doubt. This is not an election about manifestos. Manifestos, you can write anything you want to write. There was something in the manifestos called a laptop. I don't need to go there. So it is not about manifestos. It is about the character of the man we're dealing with. And surely all these things that we talk about, in fact, the other day I was trying to count the number of scandals and improprieties that he was involved in. It was about 28, 29. I've just talked about 6, and Kenyans are tired.
Tell me something. If the vice president running, the deputy president hadn't fallen out with his boss, the president, would we ever have heard any of this? Would this have come out?
Well, I think that you can tolerate up to a point. But really, given the kind of blackmail that he was putting us through, given the fact of ARROR KIMWARER, he had Rotich in treasury, and these payments could be made, and land was compensated for, which they bought themselves, and then from the people, and then multiplied the price 10 times, or I don't know how many times, and the money was paid to them. A point reaches that even the president could no longer tolerate it. And that's why, I mean, everybody wonders what happened so that President Uhuru Kenyatta could reach out to one Raila Odinga, with whom he had competition before twice, and very bitter ones. It was better several times to work with an honest Raila who would be ready to work with him without demanding anything in his government, support him in parliament. ODM was now voting for President Uhuru's party, Jubilee Party, instead of a Ruto who at every possible corner, he blackmailed the president. He used the speakers. He used Duale. He used Ichungwa.
Bottom line, was Jubilee, I guess, birthed on the basis of corruption and blackmail? Is that what you would say?
Well, it was a dream to bring the country together. But Ruto's dream was different, to use the numerical advantages of the Gamer nation combined with the Kalenjin nation to establish a hegemony of the two communities. And it was not going to work for long. We are a country which was almost on the brink of breaking up. People were publishing maps in the newspapers of what was supposed to be North Kenya and South Kenya. But he was not big enough to even consider reaching out the aisle, reaching across the aisle for the purposes of bringing the country together. All that Ruto has been interested in is his pocket. In fact, I sympathize with the young people who he promises that he'll atatenga 100 billion. Anytime you hear Ruto saying atatenga, you should ask him what is his commission on this one.
Tell me something. Is the giver equally as guilty as the receiver?
Yes, from a theoretical standpoint. But if you're rushing your child to hospital and the policeman stops you on the way and insists that you give them 200 shillings and your child is very sick, what do? Do you insist that you go to the police station and sort it out, or you take your child to hospital?
It's a very sensational story, very sensational allegations. 12 days to the election, sir. We'll have to dig deeper into that.
I think you should dig deeper into it. And I think the thing is that, I mean, it is not beyond Ruto. It is not beyond Ruto. I mean, given all the other scandals he has, I'm even wondering why anybody is doubting that. I mean, this man can start talking that, of course, he doesn't beat women. But we know women he has beaten and broken their hands and had to go for treatment in South Africa. I don't want to go into those personal issues.
Yeah. He's not here to defend himself. We'll have to look for him for that.
Yes.
Raphael Tuju, Executive Director, Azimio Coalition, good to see you.
Thank you.
Well done. Thank you so much for your time.